Hi guys, Kitty here. Welcome to another of my Madoka Extra video. So with the recent update of the game, we have a new event, a new featured character banner, and of course, the tower has finally been unlocked. I will cover the tower on my next video. The main content of today will be Sayaka banner and if she is worth your gem. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is Sayaka new panel. We'll be taking a look on in her skill to determine if you should pull on her. Sayaka is our first 5-star water defender. So currently for 5-star defender we have Hiraka, we have Sana. So how does Sayaka do against them? Let's find out. For Sayaka, right, I'll be taking a very different approach today. Because I think the main key thing about Sayaka, right, is actually her ability Gut Heal. So, okay, what does Gut Heal does? So basically at battle start increases speed by 50, which is quite normal for tanker as they need to put their barrier up. And she also decreases all allies damage taken by 20% for 2 turns. Okay, that's pretty nice. For every characters, they basically will start at 0 magic. And the way for Sayaka to gain magic level, right, is actually to deal damage. So on damage dealt, she's able to grant herself 1 magic. And for each magic, she increases all allies defense by 2%. Max go up to 20% because she caps at 10 magic. Guys, do take note that 10 magic is the magic number for Sayaka. Okay? So I'll explain to you guys later why. Okay, so basically for her ability now, upon 10 magic cap, she is able to grant all allies defense by 20%. And she is able to perform counter attack against enemy every time she is being attacked. So what does counter attack does? Counter attack does basically she deals 50% of defense as aqua damage. Okay, so basically she skill off defense. She also decreases all elemental resistance by 5% for 1 turn, stack up to 3 times, which means she is able to increase the overall damage done for your whole team because she reduces the element resistance of the enemies. Through counter attack, she is also able to restore HP by 5% of user HP plus 200, which is a very nice ability for a sustainer because you want to stay alive as much as possible. Guys, if I'm right, as her ability counter attack, she is able to through counter attack, she is able to do defense, able to reduce element resistance. One special thing that stand out to me is although it is for 1 turn, but she is able to stack up to 3 times, which means for every time she is being attacked, the attack done by Sayaka actually can skill up. For example, if she's been attacked by 1 time is 1, then she counter attack 1 is 1 time, then counter attack 2 is 2 times, counter attack 3 is 3 times. So she is able to, if luck go in your way, you are able to counter attack 3 times, which maximize her overall defense and also to maximize the decreases in the element resistance. However, this is not the key point. The key point is the most important thing for Sayaka, right, is she needs to cap 10 magic level as soon as possible. If my assumption is right, and she is able to use her counter attack to count as defense damage dealt, she is able to cap the 10 magic level in a very fast way. At most, I think it would just take 1 to 2 turns depending on the amount of enemies, and she is able to cap her 10 magic level which is the magic number for Sayaka, because upon capping the 10 magic level, she increases all allies defense by 20%. This is only the start, okay? So why is the 10 magic level so important? Now we will move on to her special skill. She deals 300% of defense, skill of defense, as aqua damage to a single enemy, okay? So she's a single target dealer. And if at 5 or magic or higher, she increases all allies special attack damage dealt by 20%. Okay, this is only the first part, which is capped upon reaching 5. However, if you are able to cap 10, which is the next part of a special skill, for each magic gain above 5, increases special attack damage dealt by 2%. So if you go to 10, because 5 plus another 5 is 10, right? She can effectively increases special attack damage dealt by 30% of your whole team. So not only is she able to increases the overall damage, reduces the overall damage taken by your whole team by 20%, she is also able to increases the special attack of your whole team by 30% upon reaching 10 stat. This is the reason why I said that reaching magic level 10 is the magic number for Sayaka. Later we'll be taking a look at her ascension to see if she has any ascension that raise her magic level higher. Okay? So for her battle skill, she deals 175% of defense as aqua damage to a single enemy, okay? And she also apply barrier, which is quite standard for all tangle, to all your allies for 2 turns. So Sayaka is able to do a bit of everything. First, she's able to increase your whole team's special attack damage dealt by 30% upon reaching 10 magic level, okay? And through her ability, she decreases all damage taken by your allies by 20%, which is nice. And for her magic level, right, upon 10, she is also able to increases all your allies defense by 20% at 10 stat. So she's able to do basically everything that you want to have from a defender: increase special attack, reduce damage dealt, increase defense. So definitely she's a very nice support to your whole team. And of course, her mechanic is that she's able to deal counter attack upon receiving damage, which also in turn decrease the enemy resistance by up to 15% and restoring her HP. She has a pretty packed skill pack, I would say. So as she's basically able to do everything. And for her Ascension 1, on taking at least 1 damage from an enemy, she grants herself 5 MP, okay, which is quite normal. And for Ascension 2, decreases all allies damage taken by 20% on counter attack activation. So this is the key thing that we are looking out for. In order to reach her max potential, you need to get her to A2, because upon counter attack activation, right, she grants herself 1 magic. And the key number for Sayaka is that she would like to reach 10 magic as soon as possible. And for her 4th Ascension, on taking at least 1 damage from an enemy, she grants herself 5 MP. On top of that, she also increases all allies defense by 20%. So I think Ascension 4, although the ability is good, but generally it's not worth it, as you need to commit too much gem in order to reach Ascension 4. The key Ascension level for Sayaka, right, is definitely 2, because of the on counter attack activation grants herself 1 magic. So should you pull for Sayaka? I would say, if at this current moment you already have Hiraka or you have Sana, I don't think Sayaka is worth pulling for, as her key Ascension is A2, and you really need to be quite lucky and to commit quite a lot in order for her to get to A2 on a normal basis. So yeah, could I recommend you guys to pull on her banner? Okay, this is my conclusion. I will not recommend you guys to pull on her banner, as I think she is a heavily invested unit which needs to get to A2, which is why I would not recommend you all to pull for her. However, if she is your favorite girl, just go ahead and try to get A2 if you can, because I think that is the point which maximizes her potential. If you guys do enjoy today's content, please you can refer to the playlist for all my contents on Madoka Exedra. And I hope that the content today will be helpful for you. So that's the end of the video. See you guys till next time. Bye.